Welcome back to another Division 2 video. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you're enjoying the content. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing you guys these top 3 underrated SMGs in the game right now. In my opinion, these are definitely the top 3. We have the MP7, we have the AUG, and last but not least, we have the converted SMG. Now again guys, this is just my opinion, but in terms of the way they hit and the way they feel, it's definitely up there. But guys, let me know in the comments below what you think the top SMGs are right now in the game and what the top underrated SMGs are in the game right now. But without further ado, let's dive into our first weapon and what we're going to be showcasing you at the top of the list. So for the first weapon that we're going to be talking about today is the MP7. Now I used to use this gun in Division 1. The franchise that I loved, man. I used to use this gun all the time in PvP. This was definitely my favorite SMG. It used to rip through players. I'd have a lot of fun with this weapon. So I thought, why not try this in Division 2 and kind of see where we're at with everything. So with the recent update, we have received a buff to some weapons and the MP7 was one of them. We got a plus 5% weapon damage buff and a plus 50 RPM on this weapon. So in my opinion, I mean, this is probably up there with all the SMGs in terms of putting damage talents on them. Just normal yellow guns, not exotics. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this and I'm definitely going to be trying this out in PvP. If you guys want some gameplay with this, let me know. But let me just get into the stats in terms of what I was running in the gameplay that you guys saw for PvE, and then I can tell you what we're looking at. So we're hitting for 104k damage on the MP7. We have 1150 RPM, and I just want to point out that with this build that I was running in the gameplay, we was running Striker with 1 blue. So we got a lot of damage, and I'm not gonna lie to you, with a PvE build you want to be hitting hard, but at the same time you kind of want to be able to survive. So I was doing all my utmost best to survive in that gameplay, but still being able to hit hard. And when I got them stacks, man, it's like I was unstoppable with this weapon. 15% SMG damage rolled, crit chance of 15%, and targets out of cover 10%. Optimist, weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. So guys, you can choose whatever talent you want to put on these guns, but in my opinion, Optimist is up there and it was hitting a lot for me alongside Obliterate on the chest piece. So man, MP7 right now, definitely up there with underrated weapons. Hits hard, the RPM is nice and fast, and I mean, I'm not complaining. If we can do some comparisons, so we could do the MP7 compared to, let's just say, a Vector that I have here, okay? You can see that with a Vector, you're looking at 1380 RPM, but the damage in terms of what we're getting, we're only getting 87k. So if we're just gonna take a little bit of RPM off and get more damage, I mean, I'm not complaining. It's a lot more in terms of how fast the weapon hits with the Vector, but with the MP7 you're getting more damage and it's still hitting fast. So that's why I would definitely say the MP7 is up there with some of these SMGs. But put your comments below in terms of the MP7. Are you enjoying it? Do you like it? Do you think the buff is actually doing what it's supposed to do? Do you feel like the gun is usable? Let me know and I'll reply to all your comments in the section below. But let's move on to our second weapon. So for our second weapon, we are covering the AUG. Again, another weapon that got a buff in the recent update. Also, again, this is what I used to use in Division 1. So with all these weapons, I'm just trying to showcase some guns that I love and used to love and not really using right now in Division 2. And AUG is one of them. So with the recent update, we did get a buff, and in terms of what was added, 10% weapon damage and plus 25% RPM. We're looking at 129k damage and 863 RPM in terms of when you have Striker equipped to your build, but when you don't have a Striker, you're sitting at 750 RPM. So please guys, when you're utilizing certain guns and you feel like it hits too slow, and if you add some RPM and some damage, you're going to be able to hit a little bit more harder, do it. Because with this gun, that's exactly what I've done. And again, I've chosen Optimist on here, and you saw in the gameplay I was shredding through NPCs, and some of you guys will obviously say that in PvE everything can hit, anything hits hard with the new update. But in my opinion, if we actually utilize this AUG in the way that it's supposed to, you're going to see the benefits and the rewards from this gun. Okay, you could definitely run this much differently, but man, with SMGs, this is definitely the way that I think you should be rolling things and utilizing the gun. Like I said, I will try this in PvP. I'll probably try all 3 in PvP and maybe just put them into a gameplay video. If that's what you want, put that in the comment section below, because I mean, I would love to do that. Favorite gun from Division 1, it's in Division 2. I want to try it out. I've tried it out in PvE, liked it. PvP, I'm going to give it a go. But again, guys, in my opinion, this is up there. 129k damage. Okay, we're getting a lot of damage here, and it still hits decently well. Last but not least, the converted SMG. What did we gain from this weapon in the new update? We got a plus 50 RPM. So we didn't get a damage buff, but we got an RPM increase. So I'm going to showcase the stats to you right now. So we're sitting at 1000 RPM, which basically means it was on 950. Let's just say, okay? And man, I'm not going to lie to you. The way this gun feels compared to some SMGs in this game, I have definitely been leaving this dusting up in the stash for no reason. This is up there, in my opinion. This is definitely up there. And if we, again, compare this to a gun like the Vector, you'll be able to see that you're able to put out a lot more damage and still be sitting at a good rate of RPM. Trust me, guys, give this SMG a go. Let me know what you think of this SMG. Do you think that it's worth? Do you think that it's crap? What do you guys think of it right now in Division 2? This is another gun in Division 1 that I used to love, so I just want to point that out there. If you guys are thinking, why is this guy making so many guns about Division 1? I love the game, and I want to see what guns are working in Division 2 from what I used to use. So that is basically it, guys. That is the top 3 underrated SMGs in the game right now, in my opinion. They're hitting hard, they're still usable. I've left them in the stash for no reason. I definitely feel like I can still utilize these and try these out in PvP. So just drop your comments below. Tell me if you think all these weapons are trash, or do you think they're good, usable, nice, you know, OP. Let me know in the comments below. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. And if you're enjoying the content that I'm posting out, smash that like button. It's been Division Addiction, and I'll see you in the next video. Love.